Hello, my name's Katie and welcome to my shed. How are you all? I am in the throes of trying to get some of the spring jobs done. So there's been a bit of gardening going on, a bit of window cleaning, you know, all the things you try to do before an Easter weekend. So yeah, it's been a busy one. I haven't been doing too much drawing or anything though, mainly because I've been at work. But I did do a live stream with you guys on, was it Saturday? It was Saturday because I was at work on Sunday. On Saturday, and pretty much just played around with colours. So if you weren't here, I'll show you what we did, but we didn't do a whole lot. I was looking at trying to come up with some like colour palettes that felt exciting to me. So I did a couple of little studies and I'm going to carry on doing some more of these. We might do some today or we might not. I haven't really decided what we're going to do. I did want to make a start on the painting that I sort of teased about in the previous video, but I know I haven't got time to do it and to give it not the time, the attention that it needs. So I'm not going to make a start on that today, but we'll start it over the weekend because I've got a few days off and I feel like I'll be able to just concentrate and work through it because I don't want to rush it. So we won't. What is going on with my hat today? It's a look. It's actually not too cold outside, but it's still a bit nippy in here. I've said it before, but the sun just doesn't. What sun? This where the shed is doesn't get any natural light. It's the worst place for an art shed, but it means it's always cold as well because it's not a very good location for an art shed where there is zero natural light. It's just always dark in here. I've got a few things I want to play with, not necessarily with the intention of creating a final piece, but what I want to do is to lay down some colour and then work over the top of it with my new pen, because as we determined last week, my new fountain pen, because the ink isn't waterproof, if I go over the top of it it's just going to make a big fat mess. So what I thought I'd do is actually lay down some colour and then once that's dry we'll work over the top of it. And I really want to do some of the spring flowers that are out in my garden, because I've got my little primulas are out, which are right down here. They're looking beautiful. I've got some little, I don't know what they're called, those little purple, they're grape hyacinths, I don't know if that's what they're called, little purple things. My honesty's out as well, so that's looking pretty. And I've got some very cool daffs, you know, the ones that look like they're going really fast on a motorbike because their petals are backwards. I've got a few of those out as well. So I just feel like maybe some purples and yellows, splodgies, like shapes that will then work over on the top with the pen. That's what I'm thinking to start with. So that'll be our little warm-up thing, exercise. I might need just to come up with my colour palette first because I don't want to make a mess. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do this morning is I'm going to swatch out some colours inspired by like a spring garden, so that then when it comes to me doing the paintings, well, I'm not just going to panic and make a mess. I might still do that, but hopefully not. So I'm going to turn you around and we're going to find some colours. Right, let's see what we've got. I'm going to start first off with the Kuretake Gansai Tambis, because these are, I mean, pretty much as spring-like as you're going to get, aren't they? I'm looking out the window at the same time to see what I'm thinking. I mean, that's a little bit pink. At the moment, I haven't got any pinks outside. So we are, what's the date today? It's the 1st of April actually. Happy April Fools. Yes, 1st of April. I haven't really got any pinks out in the garden at the moment. I have got some purples and some kind of like magenta-y colours, but none of the soft pinks. And as I have learned, Kuretake are not for mixing. I do think I've kind of, I wouldn't say fallen in love with them, but I do enjoy these a lot more than I did when we first swatched them out. That one is a little bit neon, I think. I'm just trying to see if there's anything up there. Although I have got some big fat tulip heads, and they're yellow tulips. I'll show you them actually. I'll put some clips in. But at the moment they look almost neon green because they've still got the like shell over the yellow head. That colour might work quite nicely for those. I've just put the wrong colour on there, haven't I? Pretty. Okay, so that's those ones. And then I just want to have a look at, it's quite a good match for the honesty. This one is the cadmium yellow light, which might be daffodil colour. I think it probably is daffodil colour. I'm not sure I'm liking that for my spring palette though. Okay, so what else we've got? Well, let's write these down. Okay, this is the Roman Schmool set. So this one's the Hansa yellow medium, maybe? It's a Hansa yellow. I'm going to put it below this one. There is the quinacridone magenta, but I'm not sure. I seem to have compared these three quite a few times on recent videos. It's actually coming out more of a red than a magenta. I feel like that opera rose is going to be the best colour. I would quite like a purple for these. I don't know if they are grape hyacinths. That's what we're going to call them. Okay, let's stop with this purple mixing. We need to also just want to come up with some greens. So we've got these. I'm not sure they're quite the right sort of spring green that I am hoping for. I mean, I have got this one, which is the bamboo green, Holbein gouache, which I love. That might work. And I know it's not the right colour, but it is just delightful. I just thought rather than remixing them all, I'll just have a quick look through where we've mixed them up already. So this is where we mixed our Roman Schmools when I got them and tested them. This is kind of the green I'm looking for, and that was the Hansa yellow medium and the phthalo blue, wasn't it? So we might go with that. It's weird, this one's really hard. It's almost chalky. It's quite hard to reactivate compared to this one, which is super sticky. That does make a lovely green, doesn't it? A really nice spring green. And then I can just add a bit more yellow or a bit more blue to that as I want. I mean, it's not that dissimilar to the Tambi. I've got a little bit heavy on that blue there. Such a strong pigment, it's such a strong colour. There we go. So there's our greens. Okay, I've taped up 4 pages, so I'm going to pop down some colours. I'm going to be semi-intentional because we all know how easy I find it to be completely unintentional. Semi-intentional, and then once these are dried we can go out and do a little bit of drawing and a bit of sketching in the garden. For which one do we say, the daffodils first? Obviously we want yellows, so I'm going to use this Hansa yellow because I might use a little bit of both actually. The Hansa yellow for sort of the middle, the cadmium yellow for the outside. Okay, I mean, I actually quite like that as it is. It's much more of a finished painting than I was intending as well. We'll leave that one to dry, and then we'll do our honesty splodges. Okay, leave that one. Not sure if this is dry enough yet to keep work on. No, it's not. Right, let's dry them off and then we can. Okay, so now I'm going to do the background for the snowdrops. I want to kind of leave some negative shapes in. That's so horrible. It's okay. Sure, we can salvage it. Now for this colour, I have used the cadmium yellow light Rosa Gallery, and I've used some of the art graph, which I bought in Lisbon. So this is a graphite block. I don't own a white watercolour yet, but I might in the future. Just saying. 1, 2, 3, there's 5 petals on this. Right, stop faffing, Katie. Okay, I've sufficiently faffed and done things I said I wasn't going to do, but now I need to leave them to dry because if I'm going to work over the top of them, they need to be bone dry. So hopefully they will dry off enough that I can come back out this afternoon and do my sketches. harder than I'd anticipated. And I should have known it was going to be hard, because I remember last year when I was doing the shadow painting, I can't film and draw at the same time whilst sitting on the floor. I'm old, my bones don't like me squatting, or my muscles don't like me squatting. Right, I'm going to work a little bit more on all of these sketches, but let's look at where we're at with the ones we've done. So the first one we did was the primroses. I don't think they're, what's the word? Cowslips. The cowslips are the smaller ones, aren't they? The ones with the smaller heads. Anyway, so we did this one, which we need to just work over, and we did this one. Now I quickly realised that fountain pen does not like that paper. I thought it was because the paint was wet, but it wasn't because the paint was wet. I think the paper is just so absorbent, it kind of was almost bleeding but not quite bleeding. So I did the first two with the pen, and then I went on to one of my fine liners. I used the grey fine liner for the honesty, which turned out much better, so I'm much happier with that one. Then we did the snowdrops, which is looking pretty cool. I do want to work over that as well. And then my favourite one, which is the daffodils, and I think it's much more graphic. It makes me happier. Anyway, we're going to work over them, so let's turn you round. We'll get out some pencils and we'll do a little bit more drawing over the top. Okay, so first up we're going to start with the little primroses, primroses. I'm not a horticulturalist, so apologies if I get them wrong. I actually don't want to put too much detail in there, but I'm going to do something to make them stand out a little bit. So let's get the sort of stems sorted, because they need to get tidy up. I think that's it for that one. We don't love it, do we? So let's not waste too much time on it. This one I like a bit more, so we're going to go in with some blue. So we know we're going to go with this. So I like this one. I'm actually not going to touch this one. I like it as it is, so I'm going to leave that one be. I'm just going to take the masking off and then we'll have a go at these. I'm going to have to put you down because I know I can do it one-handedly. Maybe I can't. There we go. Right, let's go and do these. And we're going to use the art graph to see if I can get some white tones in it on here. I'm not expecting to get it flat, you know, like completely white, but just to I think this might be my new favourite toy, you know, the art graph. I love it. It's so handy. Actually no idea how I'm meant to use it, but I'm enjoying how it works the way I use it. I'm just going to get, they all had, I don't know if you noticed, but they had like green tips. So I'm going to use these to get the green tips in. It's not quite right, is it? I might have to go over again with that. Let's leave that for a minute because that's just taking the green up. What do we want to do? I was going to use some. Do you know what I might do? Use the, oh, don't spill it, Katie. I mean, I did spill it. I don't know if this Kuretaki will be opaque enough to go over this, but let's try. It kind of is. Actually a really nice colour over the top of this, isn't it? I really like this. I just want to get a few more tones of like a slightly darker green in there. I might use this greenish yellow Kuretaki. And then if that's not quite right, I like that. I was going to say I could use gouache, but I don't know that I need it. Now I'm sure this is not how they're to be used. Apologies if I'm offending anyone. But I like the way they're laying down. Who knew? Yep, happy with that. I might in a bit just see if I can make that white a bit whiter, but I don't know that it needs it. That makes me very happy. And then we've got this little one, which, do you know what, I might use the same blue because I like that. It's obviously going a bit green because of my water. I'm going to leave big white gaps because I quite like the graphic style. Reminds me of silkscreen. I love that one too. Right, let's see, are we finished? Done. Yeah, it's just that one that I didn't do, but that's fine. We can, I mean, to be fair, I could probably just do it now. Because they were super simple, weren't they, these, honestly? They're like just 4. taken all the paper off that, but that's quite cute. And I feel like I'm addicted to this now, so we're going to put in a bit of this. Not quite thick enough. Well, that was a really fun afternoon. It's half term, so if you don't know, I have got a daughter and it's half term, and I want to keep popping in and seeing her. I don't want to spend like 10 hours in my shed. I wouldn't spend 10 hours in my shed, but I might, if she was at school, I might be in here from sort of 9 till 2, 3 and be painting, and I can't do that, and I don't want to do that when she's off. So actually I think this was good from a time point of view, but also just from a headspace point of view, because sometimes it's nice just to do little sketches, isn't it? So let's have a look at what we've done, and I think you can guess I really like some of them less successful, but I do like some of them. Okay, so the sketch of these little cowslips, primulas is okay. Look, that's so bright on here. I did change the settings, but it's still bright. Yeah, not a massive fan. Wasn't particularly successful. I think it was just a little bit too fussy and just not really my bag. And the other one was a little bit naff as well, and that was that one. I quite like the simplicity of the flowers. I think a lot of it's down to the colours. Then there's the two Honesty, both of which I'm pleased with. That one, which was the one we did outside, it's quite subtle, but that is how I wanted these ones to go, like with the sort of slightly more messy flowers. You can't really see me, right? You don't see that. Is it focusing on me? There we go. With the looser watercolour with the pen over the top, that was how I had it in my head. So I like that one, and I like the one we just did in here, which is now squidged because I shut the thing. Like that one as well. And then we did the snowdrops and the daffodils, both of which I'm really pleased with. Again, I've smudged it where I've not waited for things to dry, but that one is the snowdrop. Very pleased with that. Really enjoyed using the Kuretake Gansai Tambis this time. So clearly those of you that were telling me I was doing it wrong were correct. I really like that one, and I also really like this one. This one is the sort of painting that makes me happy. I'd have that up in my house just because it makes me smile. So they all need to dry, but it was a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know in the chat, have you got do you change your palettes depending on the season? Because that's what I'm thinking I might do, because I think otherwise I end up tending to use the wrong colours or the wrong tones. And I like the idea of having like a spring palette, a summer palette, a bit like I did when we went to Lisbon, a palette that we took to Lisbon that suited the architecture and the weather there. So let me know if that's something you do, and if you do it, I said do. If you do that, I'm laughing at myself now, I'm such a loser. If you have a spring palette, can you let me know which colours you have in it? Just because I'm nosy. That'd be great, thank you. And I don't think there's anything else to say other than I hope you have a nice week and a great Easter. Yes, this will be coming out before Easter. This will come out on Saturday before Easter. So I hope you have a lovely Easter Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday. And I'm going to be doing some painting, so I hope you're doing something creative as well. Have a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Bye.